This is the Beetle. It's a 73 Super Beetle. And it's got this extremely bright coat of yellow paint, which the previous owner did. And it's not my favorite color, but what it's doing is it's protecting the body. So in a couple of years, I'll probably paint it like a seafoam green or a baby blue or a turquoise. He didn't really do much rust repair. He just kind of painted over everything. So it needs some work. It needs some body work. He gave me the bumpers. I have the bumpers, they're just not on. And that might be because there's so much rust as where they bolt to that they would just break. They would break the bounce. So the door sills will have to be repaired, and I'll probably do that when I attach it to the Miata, because this is all rusty. The interior is it's actually pretty gross. It smells pretty gross in here. Somebody though fixed up these floor pans, and they're not in too bad a shape. If you take the body off, the body's gonna be rusty, but the floor pans themselves, someone repaired it a while ago. So I think I would probably sell the chassis or save it for a dune buggy project. But these seats gotta go, this dash has gotta go. Save the VIN plate. Save the headliner. You know, repair these sort of things. Look at these seats, this used to be horsehair, I think, and it's all falling apart. And it stinks. But the battery is new, that's good. So, not the original steering wheel. Sit down now. It's an old, clapped out Beetle. But when I'm done with it, it's gonna be a brand new Beetle. Alright, are we ready to go for a drive now? Clutch in, one pump of the gas. Let's try another pump. Alright, there we go. It's idling kinda. See if I can reverse it. Thought maybe that would happen. I was lucky it started up that time, because usually when the engine's hot and running, it gets harder to start. And basically when it's at full operating temperature, I can't start it again without going in the back and hosing down the air filter with starter fluid. Second, but it's a challenge. Let's see, that's reverse. Oh, okay, that's second. And I think that one of the jets is the wrong size, maybe in the carburetor, because at this RPM, it's running really rich, I think. And I can smell gas a lot. It smells really bad like gasoline. try to shift a second, it goes in either reverse or fourth gear. It's really hard to find. To be perfectly honest, the suspension feels nice. It has new shocks. The steering is really responsive. It sways though a lot. For a little car, it does. I'm gonna go into this parking lot, I think. Today's a warm day, and it's actually running a lot better than it was when I drove it yesterday when it was a lot colder. It does not like the cold weather at all. Because it's carbureted, it's not fuel injected. But I've had carbureted vehicles, and they don't mind the cold weather as much. I think I maybe should put on my seatbelt. And I found that, like, if I don't want to stall it, and I can't stall it, because if I do, I won't be able to start it again. I basically need to, like, almost dump the clutch when I'm starting from a stop like this. Like that. With a little bit of work and some practice, I could get this, you know, I could get it down. It's a very active driving experience. It's like a motorcycle. But it's still basically a death trap. I just realized I forgot to turn the blinker off because it doesn't automatically turn off on its own. Also like a motorcycle. Basically a four-wheeled motorcycle. But it's actually running the best it's ever ran right now because it's a nice warm day. Going all out. I'm going down 30, 40. There's fourth gear. 45, 50. Woo! 55. 60. It starts to become unstable. Okay, I'm slowing way down. Woo! Something feels wrong. Like the steering is loose. And I'm on a two-lane highway here with motorcycles and SUVs coming at me. I'm gonna get on this dirt road here. So thankfully the brakes were working there because that was a quick decision. Take that turn. Woo! That was actually scarier than I thought it was going to be. It is tracking all over the road. I'm going a little over 30. I have to slow down. In a way, it's kind of fun. It's like, he goes wherever not say it is safe. So one question that people are probably going to have is, how am I going to register this Franken vehicle and get a title intact? Well, it's actually really easy. In my state, you just hand in your title, they give you a license plate, and in a couple weeks they mail you a new title, and no one even looks at the vehicle. If it's an out-of-state title for an out-of-state vehicle, then they inspect the VIN number on the dashboard. So what I'll do is I'll, at the very least, save the VIN plate on the dashboard and put it on the new dash as I build it. And of course I'm doing it to the Beetle and not the Miata, because from the outside it's a Beetle. And that's what the cops will look for and everything else. Okay, that footage you just watched, that was yesterday. Today it was a blizzard. And the temperature plummeted to below freezing. And we got about 4 inches of snow. And all the highways are closed. And that's definitely the last time that Beetle is going to be driven in the condition that it is in now. It is surely too cold to start, and if it could start, no way in hell am I going to try and drive it around. I've heard from people, from relatives, that the Beetle is great in the snow. I don't think so. I don't think so. So that's it for that. But there is some good news, because my welder came in today. It is a MIG. It's their smallest, cheapest, most affordable welder, because I'm a guy working on a budget, and this is supposed to be a build on a budget that the average guy can afford to do. You know, I don't have a lift for the vehicle. I don't have a TIG welder and a hydraulic press and all those fancy things that would be nice to have. So I got this, though. I had to bite the bullet to get this. And my first project with it was to build this, basically this holder for the gas, and basically turn this cart here into a welding cart. And this cart, it used to be a podium, and I just lopped off the top half where the papers would sit and the light, and turn it into a welding cart. And that's the kind of thing I do around here. DIY, I guess. So little insight into my mind for this project here. So that'll do it for this episode. Next episode, I'll introduce you to the Mazda Miata behind me and why it's cut in half, and I'll show you how I cut it in half. So stay tuned. Thanks.